Good morning, students. Today we are starting with chapter 5, Introduction to Euclid's Geometry. Euclid was a Greek mathematician who was often referred as the father of geometry. Here, certain words he has defined, such as point, line, straight line, surface, and plane surface. These definitions he has given for the first time. Let us see what are the next. First one is this axiom. A mathematical statement which is universally true without proof is called axiom. Axiom doesn't need any proof. It is a true statement, universally true statement. Then comes to theorem, a mathematical statement which is true when we prove it logically. Proof is required for it. And the third one is postulate. This is mainly for geometrical purpose. The assumptions that are specific to geometry are called postulates. Euclid has given some axioms. Let me explain them one by one. The first axiom is said that things which are equal to same thing are equal to one another. That means, say if x is equal to z and y is also is equal to z. Things which are equal to the same thing, then the things will be equal to one another. If x is equal to z and y is equal to z, then x is equal to y. This is the first axiom. Second axiom is, if equals are added to equals, then the wholes are equal. For example, if x is equal to y, then if we add equal thing to both the sides, then they are also equal. X is added to z, y is also added to z, then these two values will also be equal. Third point is, if equals are subtracted from equals, then the remainders are equal. Same thing, if x is equal to y, then if we subtract z from both the sides, then that values will also be equal. Fourth point, things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. Suppose we draw two line segments, say PQ and XY. If these two line segments are coincide with each other means if we put PQ on XY, they will exactly on one another. They were overlapping each other. If it is like that, then PQ will be equal to XY. Fifth one is, the whole is greater than the part. Suppose x is something whole and let the value of x be y and z. Y plus z, the total is equal to x. That means x will be separately greater than y and z. This is the fifth axiom. Sixth axiom is, things which are double to the same thing are equal to one another. That is, if x is equal to say 2z and y is also equal to 2z, then it means x and y are equal. Similar statement is seventh statement, that says if things which are half to the same thing are equal to one another. That means if x is equal to say z by 2 and y is also equal to z by 2, then x and y will be equal. X is equal to y. In this way, the seven statements are explained as axioms by Euclid. Now, let us see what are the postulates. Postulates, as I said, the assumptions that are related to geometry. These axioms which I explained, they are not specifically for geometry. They are universally true for every part. Now, postulates. Postulate number 1. There are 5 postulates. Postulate number 1 is, a straight line may be drawn from any one point to the other point. One straight line can be drawn from one part to other. That means this is actually explaining that when we join 2 points, at least one line can be drawn. Postulate number 2 says, a terminated line. Terminated line means we know better it as a line segment which is terminated, finished. This terminated line can be produced indefinitely on either side to form a line. So one line segment can be made a line. Like if you increase this on either side, this will be a straight line. You can extend it on either sides. Postulate number 3. Postulate number 3 says, a circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. We know when we take a center, It depends how bigger or how smaller we want to draw the circle. It can be with any radius. Radius means a line joining the center to the circumference of circle. Fourth, all right angles are equal to one another. See, if we make a right angle like this or like this or like this, everywhere the measurement will be 90 degrees. So all right angles are equal to one another. Fifth statement of Euclid, that is the fifth postulate, is very important to understand. All of you are supposed to listen to it very carefully. First of all, let me read that statement. If a straight line falling on two straight lines, here I am drawing two straight lines. Two straight lines. Let these straight lines be say P and Q, and say this is X and Y. If one straight line is falling on these two straight lines, if it is like that, then the interior angles on the same side, if taken together, let these are the interior angles. We all are aware interior angles or co-interior angles about. So these are interior angles. Let angle number 1 and angle number 2. These interior angles are taken together, their value will be less than two right angles. That is, their value will be less than 180 degree. When it is less than 180 degree, when we extend these two lines towards this side indefinitely. If you extend them somewhere in this way, then these two straight lines are produced indefinitely, then they will intersect at one point. They will intersect here. That means if sum of these two angles is less than 180, then these two lines will be meeting at a point. This is what the fifth postulate says. If a straight line falling on two straight lines, then that makes the interior angles on the same side of it taken together is less than two right angles, then the two straight lines, if produced indefinitely, will intersect on the side on which the angles are less than two right angles. So if you can see this part, here the lines are not going to meet because they are going to extend on opposite directions, and the angles will be certainly more than 180 degrees. So they are not going to meet. They will meet at the side where the angles are total less than 180 degree. This Euclid's fifth postulate further gives us the concept of parallel lines. Thank you.